people taking the Patriots this weekend, okay, of these picks. And it's a pretty good indication of where people like giving up the points typically. I mean, that's what better you if you bet the NFL a lot, typically you like giving up points is what you end up doing because it tends to feel better. I don't know, and that's the best way I can explain it. It doesn't mean it wins. Okay, how about this one? And this one, I'm going against what the people across the country are saying. This is the Browns against the Jets in Cleveland.
Oh
okay.
My God.
No. This is
what a crap fest.
They got.
I mean,
they don't have to play each other, but they're on the schedule to play each other.
Yeah.
So
are they going to
here we go.
The good news is they're going to be playing in front of nobody, no fans in the stadium probably. So the 0-4 Cleveland Browns against somehow the 2-2 New York Jets.
The spread is even.
As it should be. The crap is spread evenly across.
Both teams are -7. How about that?
Man,
35% of the the majority of the people across the country like the Jets in this one.
If
65%
you had free tickets to that game, and I could go to that or I don't know, go shopping with my wife, I think I'd choose the shopping. I mean, it's just
whoa.
What a snooze fest. That's going to be terrible,
I've got the Browns right now for two reasons.
Well, they're at home.
They're at home, okay, and I keep thinking back on their first game of the season. Who did they play? Did they play Pittsburgh week 1 and came close? They were 10-point underdogs, and they ended up, let's see, I can go back to my scores, week 1, and they ended up losing by only 3. Going to find that.
Yeah,
score.
it was Pittsburgh.
Was it
week
Pittsburgh?
1. It was they lost 18-21.
Okay, 21-18. Okay, they lost in that game. They were 10-point underdogs in that game for obvious reasons. I took Cleveland because here's my theory, and I covered the spread.
But you also have to realize that Roethlisberger has not been playing anywhere near where he should,
right,
by any stretch of the imagination. There is internal conflict going on even within the Steelers organization for number one, the national anthem thing that was going on where they had people waiting in the tunnel, some in the locker room, one guy out on the actual field itself. So internal drama. They have stuff going on with Antonio Brown for drama. People are calling him selfish. There's Le'Veon Bell is the only shining star of what's going on in Pittsburgh right now. Week 2, obviously, Browns played Baltimore, lost 24-10. They played the Colts, the craptastic Colts, lost 31-28. And then
they've been in. My point is they've been in games against.
They just got blown out by Cincinnati 31-7.
Well. Yeah, we'll see. And I don't know how the Jets won 2 games.
At home.
How did the Jets win those 2 games? Okay, let's go Kansas City at Houston. Here's another one. This is a Sunday night game, which will be a great matchup. And I'm high on the Chiefs, but boy, do I like Watson as quarterback for Houston, the rookie quarterback out of Clemson.
Yeah, and I think he just won AFC Offensive Player of the Week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so
it's even. That game, the spread on that one's even.
Even game. Kansas City's obviously undefeated still going into Houston, which has had its ups and downs depending on the week. So I think it will be a good game. It is a divisional rival. I actually am going to go with Houston on this one, believe it or not. I think Kansas City will get its first loss this weekend in Houston. It just depends on which Houston team shows up. Dallas against Green Bay is going to be
there you go.
Obviously,
that's an afternoon game.
Obviously, Dallas just shockingly got lost last week
to those powerful 3-1 LA Rams. Watch out for those Rams.
Yeah, what a game though. I'll tell you. It was
fun game, great game. As a longtime Rams fan, I'm sort of I don't want to say I'm feeling it yet, but I am feeling it just a little bit.
Yep.
This is as excited as I've been about football in 22 years because I never cared about. I was homeless, had no team for a long time, and I was not a St. Louis Rams fan. But as a kid growing up in L.A., I was always an L.A. Rams fan. They could have won 20 Super Bowls during that time they were in St. Louis. It would have mattered nothing to me. Now, that to see them at 3-1, Sean McVay is a new coach, and what he's been able to do to that offense, the defense has been pretty good already, but they're waking up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just and maybe even I don't want to say have a quarterback now, but I still like Carson Wentz better, and I wish that would have been the choice that they made at Philadelphia. But okay, we'll give it a shot here.
I think it's the Rams are looking good. So the other upset I'm going to predict this weekend is Arizona going into Philadelphia. Philadelphia is -7. I think Arizona is going to have a big game this weekend. Fitzgerald, every time he's played against Philly, he's shown up for it. So I think Arizona is actually going to be able to go into Philly and actually take this one. Then we got the other craptastic bowl of the New York Giants against
Chargers.
the L.A. Chargers.
Okay. And here's the only reason I'm going with the Giants. Okay, on this, the only reason I'm going with the Giants, as are in the Yahoo, 63% of the people voting. The Chargers travel horribly. They have for years. I don't know if it's a Phillip Rivers thing, but it's a Chargers thing. When they go East Coast, I don't know what the number is, but I'm going to go against the spread 70-75% of the time. They lose against the spread. The Chargers are awful when they travel East Coast. Now, you could say that about a lot of teams that travel East Coast, West Coast. The Chargers are the worst at it.
Yeah, well, I actually think I'm going to go Chargers on this one. It's only
you and I are disagreeing all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. So we'll see. We'll see where it leads us. So the thing is the Giants, obviously they have a little bit of a pass rush, nothing crazy, but I think Phillip Rivers has enough dink and dunk capabilities to dump the ball off. Gordon's going to have a decent game on this one. That's been his safety net over the past few weeks, with Gordon just being able to just get those quick little passes out to him, little screen passes, keep the pressure off him. I think Chargers are going to actually go into New York and take this. Plus, who knows? I mean, if you can shut down Odell Beckham, then obviously we saw that the Giants don't really stand much of a chance between his injury as well as the drama going on. Anyway,
by the way, am in a fantasy hockey draft right now. I forgot it started at 7, and I'm drafting my players. Oh, it went to auto draft. It went to auto draft.
Right. Well,
that's what I found out. So we're gonna have to.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
And by the way, I'm the league manager,
league commissioner.
The league manager commissioner missed his draft tonight.
So all right, well, you jump back into that. Let me give a little outro on some of our social media and stuff. So once again, we're on thevegassportscast.com. You can read daily articles that are posted by our sports writers, as well as what daily happenings of what's going on in the sports world. We are on Twitter at Vegas Sportscast, and we are also on Facebook at Vegas Sportscast as well. You can listen to us. Obviously, you're listening to us now, but we are on Spreaker Live every week. We are also recorded on iTunes as well as Google Play, and we're also on iHeartRadio. So you can find us all over the place. We're slowly taking over the world.
Oh, and maybe quicker than what people think. Okay, but slowly if we have to. We'll do it a little slowly. We'll do it either way. Okay, either way we have to. But Vegas, stay strong. Okay, with everything we've been through this past week, thoughts and prayers with y'all here in town. So with that, Ron Futrell for Bill O'Donnell. You've been listening to the Vegas Sportscast. We are out of here, and bye for now, everybody.